I want to start with a question I don't think gets asked often enough. What is the actual job your face is doing in a room full of people? It's Saturday afternoon. You walk into your sister's house for her kid's birthday party. The second you cross the threshold, your face does a small thing automatically, softens, opens, gets ready to receive whoever speaks first. You didn't decide to do it. It was already done by the time you stepped onto the welcome mat. And it keeps doing it the entire time you're there. Through the cake, through your uncle's long story about his old truck, through the part where the toddler face plants on the rug and someone has to be the calm one. Your face has been quietly working the whole time. You don't notice the work until you get back in the car. The car is where I want you to look closely. You sit down, you close the door, you don't even turn the key, and for about 10 seconds your face does this thing where it just stops, like a stage going dark. The relief of that going dark is so specific, so physical that you almost want to laugh. But you don't because there's nobody to laugh to, which is sort of the point. Most explanations for that relief say you're an introvert, or you're drained, or you need to recharge. I'll be honest, I've come to find those explanations a little flat. They describe the symptom but not the work. The longer I've sat with this, the more I think the popular vocabulary on this topic is doing something quietly unhelpful. It's giving people a label without giving them what the label is naming. So here's the version I keep coming back to. What you're recovering from in that car is not other people. It's your own performance of being easy to be around. Stay with me, because this is the part I think gets missed. A lot of you have spent your whole life being the person other people relax around. You're the one whose energy doesn't take up too much space. You're the one who reads the room and adjusts. You're the one who notices when somebody is uncomfortable and quietly bridges the conversation. You're the one whose presence makes the dinner go smoother, even though no one would ever phrase it that way. That's not a personality trait. That's a job, and it has hours, and it has a cost, and nobody is paying you for it. Let me show you what this looks like, because once you see the work, you can't unsee it. You're at a coworker's baby shower. You barely know the host. You spend the first 10 minutes locating the two people who look most uncomfortable in the room and making sure they have someone to talk to. You don't decide to do this. You just do it. By the time the games start, 3 people have told the host how lovely you are, and you've been working the entire time without anyone, including you, noticing. Or you're on a video call for work. The meeting has 8 people on it. You watch the little tiles. You see the new hire trying to break in twice and getting cut off. So when there's a pause, you say, "Hey, I think Maya was about to say something." You said one sentence, but you've been tracking 8 tiles for an hour. Or you're at your in-laws on a Sunday. Nothing is wrong. The afternoon is fine. But there's a small tension you can feel between your father-in-law and his brother, and your body has been quietly bracing for the moment it might surface. It never does. The day ends, you drive home, and you feel exhausted in a way that doesn't match what happened. Because nothing happened, except you spent 6 hours holding a piece of glass nobody asked you to hold. There are smaller versions, too. The text from your friend at 9 p.m., "Hey, can I vent for a sec?" And you say yes. You put down the book. You give her 40 minutes of your full attention. And when you get back to the book, you can't remember what page you were on. The team lunch where someone tells a joke that doesn't land and you laugh first, on instinct, because you couldn't bear to watch their face fall. This is the work I'm talking about. Most people who do it don't even know they're doing it. They just know that other people seem to find them easy. And they know that something about the day is more tiring than the day itself should have been. I want to be honest about something here because I think it matters. I held this differently for most of my adult life. I used to think the going home reflex was about needing solitude. I'm less sure of that now. The frame I've come to trust, and I'm holding it loosely, because I'm still rewriting it in my head, is that the going home reflex isn't about being alone. It's about being off-duty. That's the part I want to spend on, because I think the word off-duty does something the word alone can't. You can be alone and still on duty, sitting on your couch at 10 p.m. scrolling a group chat, mentally drafting a reply that has the right tone for the right person. That isn't off-duty. That's just remote work. You can also be in a room full of people and almost off-duty, at a long-table dinner with old friends who let you go quiet without asking why, or in the back seat of a car with people you've known since you were 19. The difference is never the number of people. It's whether anyone in the room is currently downloading anything from you. The version of you that exists when nobody is downloading anything is, I think, the most honest version of you that exists at all. It's the you in the kitchen at 9:45, stirring something on the stove, no music on, phone face down. It's the you in the shower with no thoughts in particular. It's the you on the couch in pajamas, not making a single facial expression, watching nothing in particular. Almost nobody in your life ever gets to meet her. I find that part hard to talk about without sounding sentimental, and I'm trying not to. I'll just say I think it's a real loss. The version of a person that exists when no one is watching is usually the gentlest, slowest, least defended version of them. And for a lot of you, that version mostly only exists when the front door is locked and the lights are low. This is the silent cost I want to name carefully. The cost isn't the time you spend with people. The cost is the years you've spent treating your need to leave as a character flaw, apologizing for going home early, forcing the extra hour because skipping it felt rude, saying yes to the dinner you didn't have the energy for, then sitting in your car afterward in the parking lot, vaguely furious at yourself, with no clear reason why. The reason was that you were working. You just weren't allowed to count it as work. Here's the part I want you to actually hear, if you only hear one thing. The fact that other people find you easy to be around does not mean it is easy for you to be around them. Read that twice, because a lot of people who recognize themselves in this script have gone 20 or 30 years without anyone, including themselves, naming the gap between those two things. The world has been telling you what a pleasure you are at gatherings, and you have been quietly going home and lying on the couch in the dark, not understanding why something pleasant left you that empty. It left you that empty because pleasant was the work product. You were the factory. The going home reflex isn't about hating people. It isn't social anxiety. It isn't a deficit to push through. It's the end of a shift. And like any shift, you only have so many hours in you before the work starts costing more than you have to spend on it. The honest answer to why are you leaving so early is almost never something people want to say out loud. But the real answer is something like, I have done a quiet thing all evening that nobody saw me doing, and I am at the end of how much I have left of it. I would rather leave now and come back next time as a person who can do the quiet thing again, than stay another hour and start to resent you for asking me to. Most people who love you would actually prefer that version. You'll probably still apologize tomorrow for leaving early tonight. Not because you didn't understand any of this, because apology is older than understanding. But I keep wondering what would happen if you stopped reading the going home reflex as a flaw and started reading it as a paycheck you've been refusing to cash. What if the version of you that nobody gets to meet isn't the broken one? What if she's the one who finally got off shift?